friends of Catriona and Damian, welcome. Today we have gathered as friends and relations to share with Catriona and Damian a special time when they will declare their commitment to each other. We are here to share with them in their happiness and hopes for the future. Real love in marriage is something beyond the warmth and glow, the excitement and romance of being deeply in love. It is caring as much about the welfare and happiness of your marriage partner as your own. But real love is not being totally absorbed in each other. It is looking outward in the same direction together. Love makes burdens lighter because you divide them. It makes joys more intense because you share them. It makes you stronger so you can reach out and become involved with life in ways you dare not risk alone. The beautiful thing about love is that it's an experience we share with the whole of the increase and sorrows diminished by being shared. Marriage increases the scope of responsibility, but it also adds the dimension of love to life, giving it new meaning and purpose. Catriona and Damian are about to make this commitment based on their mutual love and understanding. Joy, strength, and courage. Damian, sharing with Catriona a relationship of love, tenderness and laughter, will you stand by her toward her tomorrows, respecting her as a person, her individuality, her needs, her changes, and enjoying her love through all your life together? Catriona, sharing with Damian a relationship of love, tenderness and laughter, will you stand by him toward his tomorrows, respecting him as a person, his individuality, his needs, his changes, and enjoying his love through all your life together? Wedding rings serve as a symbol of the vows you have just made. They are the outward and visible sign of an inward and invisible love that binds your lives together. Damian and Catriona, you have made promises to each other and you have exchanged rings as a symbol of your love. I now, with the authority given to me under the laws of New Zealand, pronounce you to be husband and wife. On behalf of all who are gathered here, I extend to you our good wishes. our friendship and our love, in support of the commitment you have made to each other. May your love deepen and grow through all the trials and triumphs that love has to offer you. Catriona and Damian will now just sign the papers and then we'll just come back to the last of the service.
Yeah, so you can't back out.
Don't sign it.
Thanks,
Twist it arm.
So don't forget the consumer's guarantees that.
I don't want you to look at them.
Just sign it on the
The love, tenderness and warmth you have brought here today for the rest of your life. Damian and Catriona, go now in peace as one.
Just lift the whole thing up.
What's that? The first time in 20 years, isn't it?
The vertical. Getting close.
Paul Curry, by the way, those of you that don't know. And my job tonight is I was the witness. Not a best man or anything, except the witness. And I feel like I came from a TV show, a bit like The Saint, or something like that. The Saint sounds nicer actually, but I'll just be the witness. I feel a bit like Hugh Grant as well tonight. The last speech I actually gave... No, Divine Brown is not here. No, but the last speech I gave was at a funeral, so it's nice to be able to reflect on the other side of the coin of life. That side of one of those magic occasions that we all like to remember. And given tonight's and this evening's celebrations, I think that this evening's been something that is really worth remembering and that Damian and Catriona will look back on with such happy memories. This is also the chance I get to insult the happy couple with impunity, get offside with their parents, and generally embarrass all of you in one foul swoop. But I'm sorry, I'm going to disappoint you. I don't actually intend to do that. That's not my character. But I will start by reading out the first little part here. It's a telegram from Ireland. And just so that you know that Damian and Catriona, you've not been forgotten. We hope that you have a wonderful day to start a wonderful life together. Wishing you all the very best of love and luck. Love from Dob and Essie O'Boyle, Slane, County Meath, Ireland. Dob is a very old and very dear friend of Damian's. So that was lovely to hear that. And just to remember some other friends who aren't here tonight, and that is, I'm sure others also, but the Taskers from Fiji who couldn't be here. Now, about a year ago, was this very close friend of mine, Damian. He became a little bit secretive. I can't remember the exact date, and I'm sure that they can tell us. Even longer to get a name out of him, and that was Catriona. That was all he was letting on. I've known Damian for a few years now, and I first met him when I was his associate teacher, when he first went teaching. An associate teacher is a person who's been teaching for a while and is supposed to work with someone who's new to the scene. Damian was such a good teacher that he made the job very, very easy for me. He was a natural in the classroom, he's an extremely talented person, and he should shut up and listen when I'm speaking. I won't delve into every nuance of his life from then until now, because there's been so many things happen, of course, that I just couldn't remember all of them. But he is generally quite an open and expressive guy. So my curiosity was piqued when he started to get quite quiet about this person he was seeing who wouldn't tell us anything. As I put down here, actually, he was liaising with, sorry. But alas, there's two things a man cannot hide. That's when he's drunk, a bit like I am now, or when he's in love, like Damian. Sooner or later, he had to introduce us all to Catriona. A lovely, quick-witted, full-on person and fun to be round. And I think that if you know Damian and Catriona, you can see a number of features about both of them that ideally match. Okay, Damian's got wonderful skills and crafts, and those of you who've been lucky enough to be in his home will have seen the clocks he's made and the various other things he's built. Very talented type of person. But he needs someone like Catriona, of course, to just make sure that he's keeping in line there and behaving and continuing building things. And she's full of fun. I've only known Catriona for a year, but every time we've been out together, she's always full of bubbly, vivacious sort of fun. Always got that wonderful smile. But to cut the story short, the two of you are now married, and here we are today. Let us all remember what that means, though. First, well, you've had a holiday in Fiji, but we'll say that the next few days are going to be a honeymoon. And of course, we've got to define what it means to go on honeymoon. And of course, that's that brief span of time between when you say, I do, and Damian, beware, you'd better. Just be careful there. And remember, Catriona, a perfect wife always helps the husband with the dishes. Damian, a bit of advice to you, of course, just remember that it's the old phrase is early to bed, early to rise, makes a man healthy, wealthy, and an expert at making breakfast. And be warned, Damian and Catriona, the first year of marriage can be a very testing one. And while marriages are made in heaven, so is thunder and lightning. And the greatest sign of love is constant forgiveness. And in your first year, just remember that always. But never give up. Love doesn't make the world go round, but it certainly makes it worth the ride. Always strive to see the beauty in each other, and remember the difference between a vision and a sight. And this particularly to Damian. When she gets dressed up for a party and she looks like a vision, just remember that the following morning when she's getting up, she's a sight.
What does he know? Have you finished?
Not quite. I was actually going to mention next how a marriage can be like vitamins. You know, you can supplement each other each day. But I thought that was quite enough. But if you would charge your glasses, please make sure you've got something to drink. And the toast tonight is, may your love. I'll just wait until there's a few more glasses full. Just wait for the light to fall. Okay, now let's have a Damian and Catriona, may your love be modern enough to survive the times, but may it be old-fashioned enough to last forever.
Today teacher spiel, so that should please a lot of people. I would like to thank my mum and dad, my brothers, and everyone for being here. It's very much appreciated, and especially this lucky lady and myself, my lucky man. And I'm very appreciative of the sort of things that she's brought into my life, because she's sort of brought a lot of spark back to it, and so I do love her dearly. And of course, I've got to thank two other special people, Leslie and Damian, because, I don't know, a fair while ago, over a year ago, Damian rang me, left a message on my aunt's phone and said, "Hey, do you fancy coming to dinner? We've got this lady we want you to meet." And I thought, crikey. But there was other, and so the first date they gave me, I had to say, well, actually I can't, because it was my mum and dad's, well, my mum's birthday and an anniversary, so I was sort of in the midst of arranging that sort of party, so I had to put them off. But I thought, no, I'm going to go with it, why not? And off I tootled one night, down to Jan and Leslie's, and arrived there, and despite how I'm feeling now, I was very cool and calm and collected, and I went, and there was this lady, and they introduced her, Catriona was her name, and I thought, "Hi Jingo, she's had a few tonight."
Just as well.
I also went through my mind, God, I wonder what they told Catriona about me. She needed this much Dutch courage. But anyway, we had a beautiful meal, and a bread that Catriona had made, and I thought, oh, she's a good cook. I'm halfway there.
Check for Les, Craig.
And here's Catriona's phone number. I know, and I did actually, but I didn't know sort of how to say, well, Leslie, what's Catriona's number? Because I did find it very, very interesting, and she was very enlightening, and since then we've grown into a wonderful partnership, and we became good friends, and the other bits I'll leave to later. And so we're very, very happy, and I suppose what's impressed me most about Catriona is the fact that she's very alike to me, but she has her special characteristics too. So I'm very impressed with her, and very much in love with her, and very happy to be with her, and all of those things. But I'll finish by this one little story, and it takes me back to, I think it was November, December last year, and despite the sort of bond that had grown between us, I was rushed off to America by Stuart, who is a friend of mine in the state in Fiji, and we went on a soccer trip. Well, we just, I don't know, these people had come along and said, "Oh well, you must come skiing to Lake Tahoe with us." Real twist my arm. But I thought, no, I'll grin and bear it. And so off we went to Lake Tahoe, skiing, and we had about 15 schoolboys with us, and this was just this huge house. And I was in this bedroom, it must have been about 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning, and one of the boys came rushing in. "Mr. Bengry, Mr. Bengry, that's that girlfriend of yours on the phone." And it was quite funny. And I'm sort of like, oh, okay, fine. And I sort of wandered upstairs, picked up the cell phone, hello, and here on the end was Catriona. She'd been out in the town tonight, so I think she'd had a few drinks that night too. If she rings me from New Zealand, my cell phone, you can just ring it any time. And I was like, oh well, okay, you must. I can't remember, did I ring you?
No.
I think I tried, but it was like, oh well, ski Tahoe another day. And well, I suppose last but not least, I want to thank Catriona.
And Sid and Kat and myself were just having a chat, and we were talking about speeches and what people would say and who would go where. And Damian and I were fighting about who was going to go last. And then in the end they said, yes, Catriona, you better go last, because this is the first and only time you'll have the last word. They don't know me very well, do they? I'd just like to tell the true story about how we met. About 15 months ago, on probably July the 1st, Leslie, Darren and the kids came around for lunch. Leslie had a foot just in the door. Catriona, we found you a man! Now you know I had to have a few drinks that night to eat.
And where does Damian come in?
Can I carry on? Pause.
Cheap seats, be quiet.
One of the nicest things that I've found about meeting Damian is that I've now got a new set of friends, and that's really neat, and I'm really looking forward to getting to know you all better, and I thank you all for standing by Damian. He speaks highly of all of you and loves you all very much, and I'm looking forward to sharing that love as well. For my old friends, some of you are older than others, some of you have known longer than others, but you've all touched me in all your little ways. You've all stood by me through various things, and I really thank you for that. And I'm really glad that you can share my special moment with me. Another special thing is that I've now got another family, and excuse me, I'll wipe my nose here. No. I'd just like to thank Kath and Sid very much for accepting me into the family. I really feel welcome, and that's great. And thank you to the rest of the Bengrees. You're all really neat, and all the kids are fabulous, and it's neat to belong. And I'd just like to
Ladies.
Esther's desperate.
Well, I can soon fix that. With a little sleight of hand and toss them in the right direction. They're beautiful. And my gorgeous Ava as well. Thank you, that's a lovely thought.
And also I'd like to thank my own family, a little bit smaller. But thanks very much, guys, for standing by me through thick and thin, and I love you all.
You didn't put me off.
You've had your chance. If you can't take good advice,
And thank you very much, no matter what you say, for accepting Damian and making him feel welcome. I really appreciate that. And I'd also like to thank all of you very, very much for coming in and enjoying our special day, because it wouldn't be anything without you. And thank you very much for the lovely prezzies. I can see some of them there, and that looks really neat. And I'd also just like to say, just have a special reminder now for absent friends, because there are some special people who are close to me who Damian hasn't met, who live in the UK and Australia. And also, as most of you know, my parents passed away some time ago, so I'd just like to take this time to just remember them. And that's it, Damian. What can I say? I love you very, very much. And I can't wait to share our life together. Thank you.
So for making someone who truly deserves to be happy so very genuinely happy.
Thank you.
Where did you get your freckles from?
lovely.
Pardon, Teresa?
Hang on. Jackie. Just keep holding. Sorry.
You want to move it out of the way? Well practiced smile. Movie star smile. That's the one. That's it. That's pretty good. I think you got the photo on the wall. Down a bit more, Emily. You know how to do it? Hang on. Oh, hang on a minute. This is getting popular all of a sudden. You want me? You didn't want me before. Yeah. Just watch through there and